What's up, guys? Let me get situated here on my devices. Let me get the chat pulled up as soon as I can. It's right there. That looks good. Should be able to see you guys. Pan back here real quick. All right. I am good to go here. What you guys see, what we're kind of looking at here, for the most part, I would say, Pock, there's going to be some cat shots here. I could maybe just standard cat bag here. Might have a thorn pitch or two. Very similar to Falcon Club. I use kind of both interchangeably, but if I see, some of my clan members, if they're using Thorn, I just try to stick with it just so we can share kind of the same type of format. Plus it helps me with slight corrections that I might have to do. A little bit of overplay, a little bit of underplay based on different balls, that type of thing. Just makes it a little bit easier for me. So everything looks good here. I was going to give people just a couple minutes to roll in. I got my bag set up. We're going to go Berserker off one. Hopefully get the Eagle. The goal is to qualify today. So I'm going to be going for it in the hopes that we get it. Let's take a look at our bracket. I logged into this early this morning. Nobody had played. Still a lot of people not played. About 8 people or so. I'm going for qualification here, though. So, looks like anything above 12, I should be probably good. And hopefully we can, get it started right off the bat here. With hole 1. One thing I just wanted to make a brief note on was involving the Ultimate Golf. We're still pushing, I still have this tournament over here that I set up. It's Max Club, fixed wind, and you can play it multiple times, so you're not fixed to just one time. As soon as you go down here, you see Boss Battle against me. As soon as you click on it, you just enter it, shoot your round. I posted the shots to YouTube and everything for those who might not have seen that already, but there it is. And it's targeted towards new players, and I do a lot of guides over there trying to get guys off the ground and running. So if you haven't checked out my YouTube channel over there, I do have a YouTube channel over there as well. It's Zach Jones instead of like Zachary Jones. I just tried to separate them so you could more easily filter between the two a little bit. But yeah, it's a really good tournament. You get to try some max clubs, so it'd be kind of like equivalent to over here, Cataclysm, Apocalypse. If you ever wanted to see, some of the max clubs in action, especially early on in the game over there, that's what that tournament has. Is it has these max clubs all already unlocked for you for that one specific tournament. So pretty cool format, and hopefully we can do more stuff like that in the future over there with a good turnout. So yeah, that's what we're shooting for. So over here, why don't we, I've gave everybody about 5 minutes to jump in here. We got a couple people, and why don't we just go for things? Try to get warmed up. With this hole, I think I was just gonna kind of go for it. You see, I've been building a practice token library a little bit. I don't think I need a token on this one. Perhaps I'm wrong. I'll probably use a couple sporadically in here. Let's just jump in. Take a look at this hole. Looks like we got somebody right away. Using max plus 10 here. 13. It's kind of a smaller win than I expected. It's going to be about, for this apocalypse, maybe 14 and a quarter or something. So we'll do that real quick. Let me get my my spins on here, just so I don't forget to do that. We're going to push straight up to the max line. And then I might just pull back just slightly, because most people have been using a different ball than me. So we're going to go right around here for a land spot. Perfect ball. Let's just see how this works out. So far, so good. Ooh, very interesting. I'm very aggressive there. You can see we're very close. That landed pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that one overall. Right by the green. Should be an easy start off eagle. There's almost no way to miss that one. You're probably 2 or 3 ring that pitch. It's so close. We'd still get it. Hopefully we get my opponent back here. You don't want to have a forfeit right off the first hole. So let's see if they can get situated here. I'm not used to... I feel like I don't get a lot of live games, and then on top of that, I definitely don't see opponent disconnect issues. It looks like we might have lost them. This is like a full official countdown. I remember when they first instituted this, it was nothing like this. This seems to be much more in tune with the way that they have that program. That's the first time that I've seen out of time. I'm assuming now, I believe it lets me finish the hole, and sure enough, it does. So that's cool. Real close, off to a eagle start. So we're 1 for 1 so far, which is nice. I wanted to kind of get off to a nice start here. Really strange here with my opponent. I haven't seen anything like this. Especially for the first hole, it's like you jump in and then just automatically decide, I'm not going to play golf, Clash. I've changed my mind. So I've yet to see anything like that. That's first for me. But we got our eagle. We are off to a good start. So if you guys did want to play that one with a berserker, there's a nice modification for you. Real easy approach. Pretty safe overall. It looks like maybe perfect ball left might be a little bit of a stretch. You might want to just curl a little bit more than me with great ball left. But other than that, pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with that start. Tailwind here. We're going to get set up ahead of time to about plus 30. I think that's good. I'll try that for this. This will be my first time looking. I'm going to go in and practice it. I might as well start it off with an eagle. Let's just see how it goes. So we'll jump in, we'll practice, and then hopefully make a slight tweak. The only thing I don't want to see when I go in and practice, I don't want to make it. I would hate to be jinxed with the possible make the practice, miss the live. But let's jump in. We'll try to get it, or we'll at least try to get dialed in enough. Not sure if I'll have to go first or my opponent. I'm going to try to utilize my clock here. Get off to a good start. 12-1, 14 rings. Right at the max line I've been using. Around 2 rings to keep myself safe. It looks pretty good. Perfect ball. Wow, that's landing a little bit long. Not nuts about that. Don't go in. Okay, so just a fine tune, it looks like. And that was what, 12-1? We'll try to hopefully get this one. So you can see I already have a pretty good adjustment. I mean, it is literally just a hair. The only thing that you can see is it's landing a little bit long. It definitely is. Almost needs a little bit more adjustment. But with that being said, you know, don't try to tweak something that's working. I really can't get a larger win than that. So you just have to watch your overpower more than anything, it looks like. Of course, using the KM ball, a little bit more wind, so you definitely have to. That's a modification. That was just kind of, you know, somebody from my clan. They were basically like, "Hey, try it like this," and I did a modification just based off of KM. So overall, not too bad. You see, kind of similar here, but this one's coming in even hotter. Wow. So we're going to try this again and hopefully get off to a eagle start. Would be nice. Is everybody there? So I have the chat pulled up, but I haven't seen any comments come through. Just wanted to make sure that I'm not having like communication issue with the chat or anything. This is saying here chat might be turned off. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't remember. Is that usually like that? There's a chance that I accidentally click something. That's weird. So I can see you guys on my screen now, not in the actual feed. That doesn't make sense. So that just popped up on my screen. I could see you guys. I wonder if there's any way I can adjust this. I see you guys on my screen now, but I can't see you guys in the actual thread here. I don't know if I disabled something. Let me try to close it down, pop back in, see if that triggers it. Yep, I can see it now. So I can see, guys. So sorry about that little whatever issue we were having there. Just disable that again. I should see you guys. Appreciate you guys being here. We're gonna keep rolling with things, and just try to make just a slight tweak on this one. Hopefully get it. I don't know what I'm hoping for in terms of wind. Yes, or do I want it to be? I kind of want it to just stay kind of right on that number, or real close. 11.9, 12.3. I'll feel just a little bit more confident with this shot if I can get that. This is very interesting. What is this? A power 5 or something? 515 here. Let you go sniper. That's a pretty cool setup. Let's see if it drops. It looks a little left. Yep. We'll see what we can do here. See if we can get this one. 11.4. 13.2 on the rings. Same setup. Forgot what it said. 13.2. Not sure why it does that sometimes, occasionally. So off to the left now. Tried to make I came in just a little on my side spin, I feel, and just very tough to fine tune that for sure. Spin is tough because ever since they opened it up to 5 maximum instead of 3, I feel like even 0.1 tick is like so much. It's like a green grid. Like it's so substantial. So I feel like you have to just be so similar on your movement sometimes. I try to come in just a little bit and it's like a grid over. So unfortunate there. We'll try to keep things going, try to get something else if we can. Man, something's going on. Something's going funky on my comments. I can see them, but it's like I have to keep leaving the chat and coming back to it. Like I'm not getting live updates. So YouTube must be doing something funny today or something, because I can see your guys' comments. I restarted my thread and it didn't work, but I can catch your guys' comments, but not live as they appear. So let's keep rolling. I was gonna try to go dead ball. I kind of have these. I feel like they're kind of outdated a little bit. So I was gonna try that for this hole, just to maybe keep my Cataclysm in range. If it's the difference between me getting a good look at this and not getting a good look at it, I think it's worth it, because these balls are, like I mentioned, pretty outdated. It's funny. At the time, at the time, this was like one of the best balls in the game, especially when we're talking about for length. Like this was your best option. This is all you could do. And like now it is so outdated. It's like nobody would use this ball. That's how significant the scale difference is. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully I can pull this off. Go rings here. I didn't want to go first, but oh well. I'm going to go about wind rings, push back up, try to go for a slice. We'll see. Just kind of winging it more than anything. That looks good. I probably should have just waited, held off on that. Go about 25, I think, at least here. I'm still at the max line. That's good. I'm glad that worked out the way that it did. Oh, shit. You know, I just overpowered it. I was supposed to not. This is straight in the water. Oh, wow, it's not. Oh, I was supposed to overpower it, just not that much. Little too aggressive. I feel like I needed it to land a little bit shorter than that. I just kind of... And it's also my first time playing the shot. I have an idea of what I'm supposed to do, but as you can see, I didn't really translate that as good as I could have. It needed to definitely stay a bit shorter. Max OP too much. It's probably like half OP or something. Trying to get a little too cute. I could have easily just poked that out and just tried to, which is almost going to be the result of what I'm doing anyway. So the fact that I screwed up so horribly, it's kind of like you're better off just laying it up and not going aggressive at all. The purpose of the hook slice is to get it around the corner so you're not, wow, and so that even went long. So that's actually, I think, a little bit worse shape than me, just because at least mine's aggressive enough that I think I should be able to still get up there. Let's just see if I can salvage this. That line looks okay. This is going to play out very interesting. I'm a little worried about this. I almost want to clip the rough on purpose. I just feel like this is so much topspin. And of course, I can't even grab my spin right now. It's not... It's so-so. I wanted to keep it a little bit short. That's kind of the intent when I got myself in that nasty predicament there. That's why I took that top spin off, because I was so worried if I don't hit that rough. That was actually, I was trying to not hit the rough with that backed off top spin. I was trying to let it second bounce on the fairway and then third bounce over. It just went it was a little bit too much OP. I should have just kept it straight up there. This one should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to just try to use a top spin EB method because I think the wind arrow is going to be pretty straight. I'm getting the chat messages now. I see what you're saying, Steve. I think you're kind of right. Just grab the eagle and run. Don't get too cute. Oh well. It's a little bit more exciting to see some shots, so I was guessing about 5 rings here. I think this is such a straight needle, we should be good. Not too worried about this one. So there it is. I'd imagine that dead ball kind of held me a little bit out of the sand. I went aggressive. I wanted to have a good alba look at this, but just a little, especially with it being my first look at this, I probably almost should have just practiced. So I at least rehearsed what I was trying to do, but I didn't think the practice was going to help me much. And as you can see, I can kind of work myself out of a jam, so I wasn't too worried about it. Oh, that is brutal right there. So we both got ourselves out of position, and the great ball, unfortunately, I'm wondering if he was close enough that you should just go for the dunk, because I know you have at least 2 rings tolerance there. You might be able to get a great ball either way. It's like so close that the dunk might be the shot. It's crazy that when you don't go for the dunk, like that one great ball, it'll cost you, but going for the dunk, it doesn't. It's like the craziest thing. It's like a flaw in logic with the way, but it is what it is. Like, I like that I can get away with the dunk there sometimes. You might just have been outside of range, but it was very close. Oh, this is the hole. This is the number one hole that I'm worried about, because I have no ability to go for the shot that everybody else is going for. So this one's going to be very interesting. I think we're going to go practice. I'm going to put KM on. And so since I got that one unlocked, I'm just going to go ahead and force this one real quick. More B52 cards. Too bad those don't help me. That was a nice silver. Tour 11 silver for 3 B52s. It's a pretty nice chest there. We're going to go practice this one. I have no confidence on this hole whatsoever. I have no idea if this is going to work. Hopefully it does. What's up, Boris? Thanks for showing up. Just kind of messing around a little bit in some master here. It looks like I have enough range here. I think this could work. 16 rings or so. Let's give it a whirl, see what it looks like. Wow, I'm already down to 10 seconds. Just got to get it off foremost. That's step one of the important thing to do. That looks like a pretty good landing spot, actually. We are just to the right. So I'll take that as a good start. Couple different ways to fix this shot. I can tweak my spin a little bit. I can pull more outside next time. But all things considered, pretty happy with that. Maybe even, and sometimes, so another trick, especially for guys that don't have backspin balls, getting that wind higher is sometimes more advantageous. So for instance, if I didn't like the way that shot looked, even going to tighten to get the wind up a little bit higher, it's going to condense that ball guide down even more. So that's something that I'll do from time to time on shots where I have no adaptation possibilities. I'll just try to get the wind up as high as possible, and it's just going to keep condensing that window down. Let's see if we can make a little tweak here and get this one. I didn't even expect to be able to give it that good of a look, so I'm just happy that it's somewhat close there. That looked pretty good too. Just outside right. It seems like, especially with the wind, it just kind of pulls that way a little bit. Of course, I could just pop out and forfeit here, but we'll just finish this one off. Let's see if I can be a little bit quicker on my playthrough next time. So same thing again. We'll try to get it this time. Try to just make a slight tweak here. Try to get myself at the ready. This is 11.4, okay. So very similar ring adjustment. I'll try to work through this one faster this time. Just come in on that side spin. Thinking maybe right here. Let's try that. Perfect ball. Man, it seemed to land a little bit shorter this time. See how it comes back. You're going to do it to me again. Man, so what's wrong with this? Does it need to get more up the hill? Is that what the... It's almost like just like it needs one more ring of adjustment. 30 isn't enough. It needs to take more slope is what I feel. Which means that I need to be... I got to change my alignment a little bit because it's just not quite coming back as fast as I'd like. Because I don't want it to come back dead on line and then sit right on the front lip. Oh, gotcha. So that backspin boost, you think that gives it what? So my first one, I thought it was definitely to the right of the hole, though. So I think I got it back to the hole the first time, and that second one just seemed to have just died on me. Like it would have just sat on the front lip or something. But I think that's the next idea, is to maybe go just a little bit more left, go more rings. Well, no, a little bit more right so I can go more rings. So set up just a tiny bit more right, maybe 35, 40%, somewhere in that effect is what I would probably try for a third iteration. It would be something to the effect of this. This is like an extra 1.2 rings. So you just alter your initial start point a ring or so over to the right, so you, which allows you to accommodate for that extra ring that you're pulling to the left. Something to that effect. I think if it gets up the hill more, it'll come back more. But maybe there is more to it. Maybe the backspin boost does really just help, you know, facilitate it down the hill a little bit more. But I know I got it there on that first one. It's just that second one was kind of dying on me. So let's keep rolling here. This is the launch hole. Okay. Get back to my standard bag. I'm probably going to go globe here. Little bit extra wind. Hopefully we can get this one. Let's see what our we want high wind on this for sure, especially so a lot of guys using topspin boost balls. I don't have one, so kind of the better the wind, the higher the wind, the better for me. $17.5. I would imagine that means I can't get screwed too bad. I would imagine they have to give me at least, hopefully at least like 16.7 would be on the low end. I'm hoping for even an 18. I could use it. So hopefully I'm able to get this one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, and win two ball there. Get it firing back just a little bit harder would be maybe the next best thing to do. So 18 wind. I like the look of this. We go about 18.5 rings here. Push back up. And just needed a hair more. I was hesitant. I think perfect ball. I was good there. That is a tight window. I'm hesitant to curl because I know that it starts to bring that right rough into the right rough into play for me. The top spin ball, obviously, the way to go. It kind of takes that first bunker out of play, and then I could have I could have curled it more. I could have been a little bit safer with things, but I did great ball to the left. I think without it, I'm probably okay. So it just kind of sucks that I was it just kind of skipped over that perfect there. Not going to be the easiest pitch. I would have much rather had Endbringer here. I think even keeping it short would have been better than this. It's not on the green fringe. 8% or something downhill. At least 1.3, probably 1.5. Just got to get that dreaded perfect ball here. I hate it from the sand. I just hate it. I feel that I'm jumping the gun. I know I kind of did there. I just feel the needle is the most skippy on that club. So unfortunately not able to get that there. Everything there I was pretty happy with otherwise. I tried to keep it out of that bunker short and at least get into that green. I played it maybe just a little bit too cautious. But it had also been my first look. That would have probably been a great time to just use a practice. If this would have been a final round wind, I would have definitely practiced. But with that being just a qualifier, I was like, hopefully we get it. I mean, even there, even in the bunker, it just comes down to perfect ball. I'm pretty sure I had it with perfect, so we might as well just go for it instead of burning things, because I still would have probably had to hit perfect ball at full overpower on the drive just to even make a tweak there. Hole 6, side wind, eh? Let's see what we can do on this one. We're going to go Zerk again. Not going to be the easiest hole for me with Zerk. All that looks good. Max plus 10 on this one as well. For me, it's going to just be close to win plus a half or so with the Pock 8. Get some more top spin on that. Ah, that's not right. That should be good. Just make sure I push up here. That looks good. Let's hope with me kind of out of my mind there that I pulled this off right. Very close, but it looks like I pulled it off. So hopefully we can get this one to drop, especially with missing the last one. Try to get back on track here. I think my comments aren't loading again. Assuming somebody said something. No, maybe not. So let's see if we can get this pitch. Get kind of back on track here. I didn't want to give up 5. I definitely wanted to make sure I got that one. Nice having an elbow on the card for tiebreakers. That was probably actually kind of a reason to just be like, you might want to just burn a practice here, just in case. So 14-6. Gonna be a tough shot, I think, here. Gonna be a tough one. Ah, there's no way that's the adjustment. So a little bit early there. Probably my fault on that one. I just hair early. Trying to figure out, especially with extra wind effect, how to play that one. Jump the gun there. Not able to get it. Would have been nice to see how that played out. I knew for sure it was going to be heavy with great ball, though. Let's see what this one looks like. See if my opponent here can grab it. E52. Perfect ball there. Wow, that was very aggressive line. That almost landed in the bunker. Great right. It seemed like he was definitely in the bunker. Little bit over adjust, it seems. Probably not the spot that my opponent probably wanted to wind up there for sure. But not able to grab that one either, unfortunately. Two really good chances there, 5 and 6. Want to try to capitalize. With Berserker, it's a little bit tougher. Higher wind, I'm like thinking, you know, how much do I have to go beyond? Like, what is the number? And it would have been nice to see how that played out. So just in case in the final round here, I get in a similar situation, it would have been nice to at least see how that played out. Straight in the face. Okay, I remember this one. We go QB here. Gonna try something interesting here. I have for those of you who haven't noticed, thanks Jan, appreciate you showing up. I have these circles in the bottom. They're kind of equivalent to one side spin, one is one curl, that type of thing. It's been tested, but there's certain cases specifically that I'm a little worried about. One's headwind, one's tailwind. Last tournament, we had a tailwind situation where I almost pulled it out. It was just a little bit too risky of a shot. I kind of want to hit a particular shot here and try to test my circle in the headwind and just see how the shot turns out. The modifications. Because I know that they're close, but it also, you know, it's when you pull up rings or pull down rings, the curl itself tries to either over or under curl based on whether it's a head or tailwind. So I'm worried that it might change things a little bit. But let's see how it works out. Since I don't have a lot of these balls, I was going to not practice, and we were just going to kind of hope for the best here. So that looks good. Let me pull something else. Make sure I get these on the... Actually, I don't need to pull that. Let me make sure that looks right. So all that looks good. Let's go QB. Try a real similar shot to probably the way that a lot of the guys are playing this one. We're going to try to do similar. But what we're going to do, since our spin for this ball is only 1, we're going to try to make a curl equivalent and just go from there. I just want to see, especially since this is a pretty straight wind, I just want to see the ratio of how much I miss, and then I at least know for future in headwinds, it's like it misses by this much. And for all I know, it might go in. So I really don't know, but I don't have a lot of balls to burn, so I'm not practicing it. So let's just hope it works well the first time and it just goes in. How do you get no opponents? That's what I don't understand. Like, how does that even exist? Obviously, there was plenty of people that played before me. You should have something for me. So this changed my spin, FYI. So because it changed my spin, that's the reason that I'm doing what I'm doing here. Might need one extra pass here for this shot. I want to make sure I get this where I want it. Ah! That's the only thing I didn't want to see was a great ball there. They're saying I even had a touch of overpower on it. Frustrating. Well, maybe it's actually not overpower. Maybe it's more so than anything the curled fairway. It just kind of loosened up there. You can see it kind of opens up to the right. So I don't even get to test that shot, that's the most annoying part of that process that I just hit, is I don't even get to test. I'm pretty sure, I felt my power was good. Great ball. The great ball should have been short though. It's almost like I had one click, and one click can be a yard. So you really do have to be very careful with your overpower. Because like I mentioned, even just one tick mark worth is substantial. It's a grid. I mean, you want to always make sure that you're on that exact line, and especially when you're going for small targets. So let's see if we can get out of this. No harm. Just early again. So par on the card. Sucks to have that happen. Not the cleanest 9 here that I could have played, for sure. And I feel like it's kind of just really compounded itself the last 3 holes. I kind of have nothing going right. Great ball, 2 straight holes. Well, great ball out of the sand, 3 on both sand shots. So let's try to get back on track here. A couple holes, try to go at least eagle here. AM ball, we're going to use a referencing here for this hole. No OP. I need to make sure, especially that one hole, I got away with it. I thought it was going to land long, and it didn't. I'm surprised that one on that hole didn't land long, because I know I shouldn't have gone beyond half overpower on that shot. But this one will definitely cost me. So no OP here. Check up. So just long in the rough. I think this qualifies as close enough to dunk. So definitely recommend dunking in this type of situation. I think we'll be good here. I think it's more reliable than, I mean, you saw my opponent on that one shot where I was like, there's no way that, one ring great ball should miss, and it still does. It's like you're so close, it doesn't make any sense. So we'll probably dunk this one. I like the idea of kind of going this way. It's interesting to see somebody do it. course, it wasn't executed properly. But what I like to specifically about going that way is just having a straight needle. It does make for kind of a low risk, easy shot. It's just, I think this is just, it's very close. This is very close. Even though sometimes when you see the bullseye just beyond, well, the question is how much wind is playing here. That's the real question. 8%, 5, 6, 7%. Just quick, try to see what that looks like. Just, and that's exactly what I'm kind of talking about there. We straight left, we still get it. You put that on the fairway and you have to worry. It's iffy. Like you have to worry, did this go outside the hole or not? So it's just a little bit more reliable like that. So that's the reason that we went for it. Obviously, I would have liked to have not rolled out that much. So maybe 1.5 on the top spin might be just a little bit safer. I used about 2. Got another chess. This is a treat for me. I usually don't get this many chess. I just updated things. Yep. Thankfully, I was able to get that one. Kind of get back on track. It's a shame that I didn't get a couple strokes better. I definitely feel like I deserved it on this. Yes, I played some kind of iffy shots, but I feel like a little 1 or 2 strokes definitely could have had here. Just reset things up here. What should I do for a ball? I don't know what to do on this one, honestly. I was torn between, because I kind of like the idea of power 5, which makes me think I'm going to go Zerk. I don't have nearly enough, you'd see so few of these. I just don't want to burn them until I have some inventory to where I know, I'm definitely replacing them, that type of thing. I don't want to burn through 3 a round and then 3 the next round. So it's like, for now, we're just going berserk on things, playing things a little bit more difficult. Max plus 10 again for the shot. So we're going to go, what does that mean? It's basically like win plus 0.6 rings for a POC 8. So that's the reason that I don't, I usually don't touch the calculator for certain shots. I will prep the Cataclysm, but for our POC, I pretty much have everything memorized. And I use max 10 a lot. It's a very popular number. So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm modifying a lot of Lumi shots with the Berserker. It's definitely going to be a little bit tougher because of the headwind. I think my approach is probably going to be overpower if I had to guess. All in all, that looks really good. I'd be happy with that. Can I just take that one and you just re-tee? That one looks about perfect. You're going to come up a little bit here. "14 rings at least." Let's make sure we're still good. Looks like we are. Not quite as good as my opponents, but I'll take it. I'd rather switch balls, especially with me having to do this with the Zerk. Every yard I could use, I have a feeling. Because my win's just too dang high. We go max plus 80 here. Yeah, it's a substantial downhill. You can see it's very downhill. For my opponent, I would say probably less than that. But it's because my wind's so high. I have to overplay it so much more. I'm worried about the spin conversions. I'm worried about a lot of things on this shot. But we're going to do what we can. Honestly, I feel overpower is probably better. So I might just set up long here. Like, you don't want to go too carried away with topspin. So I'm thinking of just doing it like this. And just going whatever 24 rings looks like and just adding on topspin. As opposed to adding on topspin. We're going to do what we can. Honestly, like, I'm just happy with the eagle on this hole, so you're seeing that I'm just still not enough. I still have to change the spin. So let's hope that we don't get this wind again, because even that, whatever it is, I should have kind of known that I was going to need to make a tweak there, because it looked like max OP there was 21 rings. And as you can see, I still come up a little bit short. I should have at least put one more topspin on there. But let's see if we can have some success today from the sand. Just one more topspin and a half would have done it. We would have been good. So if you do have a berserker, it is possible, but you can just see that you're really stretching your limits a little bit. I think this is about 10%, 13.9. Always going to come down to perfect ball, though, so... Oh, this time I jump it. My great ball to the right, just not enough. It looked like it almost wanted to catch the lip there. It was almost the camera that it looked like, where it does one of those 180 maybe lip ins, but didn't quite do it. So we only get a birdie there. Hopefully we like I wanted to qualify. I'm just kind of tired of just burning through balls. So the intent was to qualify. Even if I don't, I'm not going to be upset because I think there's more than enough that I can fine tune tweak. Uh, just getting through here, we'll do what we can and we'll try to shoot for a big number. Like if I can get a 16, 17, 18 using burning through some practice strokes on Saturday, that'd be great. So that's kind of the intent here, was just kind of pass. Is it? Oh, so it is back to 50. Okay, so it was only like a one-time thing where they did the putter and they expanded it to like 70. I like those events that anytime that they increase that qualification line, it makes it a lot easier for you because it just weakens the brackets for the final round. So even more importantly than getting through, that means more people are getting through. The brackets are softening. So it's a really great way to take advantage of things. I wish that they did that just a little bit more, 70, 75%. It would really kind of soften the brackets for the weekend, make it a little bit more enjoyable playing the game. But thanks guys for checking out this stream. Unfortunately, it probably didn't go the way that we wanted it. We didn't put up, exactly what we wanted, especially coming in here 5, 6, 7, 9. We're kind of disappointed on those holes specifically. But with that being said, it's a good starting point. We did what we could. Hopefully, like I mentioned, hopefully I qualify today. If I don't, I definitely feel confident enough to go 14, 15 tomorrow minimum. So, keep that in mind if you are doing Berserkers, KM. There's some couple shots here. I definitely think you could maybe, kind of get away with some of those balls and, put up a good score. So best of luck in your rounds. Thanks guys for showing up. And, maybe we'll stream on Saturday. I don't know. Like it's one day tournament. Like it's kind of a tight window. I kind of got to get mentally prepared as well just to be able to shoot the shots. But if not, I will see you guys next week for what is that tournament? I think they just announced Old Bridge. Is that going to be just Old Bridge? It looks like it. So this will be my first time seeing that full course. So I'm actually kind of happy that this one's showing up, just so I can actually kind of officially play all the holes and have a nice feel for that. So that'll be really cool. And like I mentioned, we'll do a round or two with you guys next week. So thanks for showing up, guys, and see you guys next time. Take care.